Well, good day, folks, and here we are again with Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And as you can see, it's kind of cloudy out today. It's supposed to be showers. I haven't seen any of that yet. So it's dry. Only about 6 degrees Celsius, but no wind. It's kind of nice out today. Anyway, we'll do a quick little look at the weather here. Just quick. Yeah, so we're 6 degrees, and they're saying a few showers, up to 7 maybe. So then the rest of the week is kind of cloudy and bits and pieces of rain and some sun maybe. Not really any amount of heat. So another week of burned wood, that's for sure. And I had the stove on this morning. There she is. Got me coffee. Anyway, burning next year's wood still. Holy cats, I'm going through it. The mower's on over here, and there's even more gone outside. So there you go. All right, so we're going to get back to the leakin beepin chainsaw today here. Not that I want to, but I haven't got much choice. If I want to have a backup saw of some sort, I got to see if that'll run or work or whatever. If not, I'll put it back up on the shelf. And I did buy the syringe thing with Canadian Tire, so that'll allow me to suck the bar oil out of there, hopefully. It's not quite big enough. It's 200 milliliters. And I guess if this tank here for the bar oil was full, I think it said it holds 254 millimeters. So anyway, I think it'll work because if I fill it and then use it, then it's not going to be, I would say it would be below 200 milliliters left in the tank. Now the other thing that bothers me about this saw that I didn't mention yesterday, I better sit down. Holy cats, this could be a long one. I thought it was going to be short. Most saws, or as far as I know, most saws, gas-powered saws, whether they have an adjustable oiler or not, they're designed to run out of bar oil before they run out of gasoline, so that they don't run on the bar with no oil and heat the bar up and heat the chain up and all that stuff. Yeah, well, you guessed it. This one has an adjustable oiler on it, and if it's on the high setting pumping the most oil, it will run out of oil before it runs out of fuel. And it's supposed to be a quality built machine. Made by, or owned or made by Redmax. Made in Japan, right? Yeah, it's not made in China. Made in Japan. Supposed to be top-notch quality. Well, it doesn't seem like top-notch quality to me when it runs out of bar oil before it runs out of gasoline. Yeah, I don't know with this. I shouldn't ever probably have taken it down off the shelf. I don't know. Anyway, like I say, I had no choice. And I had no other option, I guess. So anyway, I did buy that syringe thing, so maybe that'll work. I don't know. So I'm going to start it here today and see if it'll go. And it could be quite a bit of smoke come out of it. Because yesterday I decided to put fuel in it, and and get it ready for starting. So, and to see if it would leak fuel out all over the place overnight. But it didn't. That's kind of amazing, and I'm going to do like Scott does on my greasy shop rag. There. Yeah, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. So this hadn't been running, and I said 6 to 8 months. It could be that long, or it could be 12 months. I really can't remember how long it's been since it ran. So I thought, I took the spark plug out of it, and I put a little bit of oil in the cylinder, and a wee little bit of gasoline oil mix in the cylinder. So I thought that would lubricate the cylinder, the piston, and the ring, or rings, whatever is in it. So it'll be lubricated when I go to start the thing. And I put about, maybe a quarter of a tank of gas, maybe half, I don't know, I didn't look. And I had pumped the circulating pump, we'll call it, I guess. I don't know what to call it, really. It's a purge bulb, I guess, but it's not. Oh, yeah, that's purge, yeah. Some people call it a primer bulb, but it's not really a primer. It's a purge. It purges the air out of the carburetor. It doesn't put any fuel into the cylinder, I think, anyway. Like I say, I'm no expert in chainsaws, and I don't want to be. And so anyway, I pumped that, and I could tell I had fuel coming out of the fuel tank and going back into the fuel tank, so the carburetor is full of fuel. So I'm going to give it a start here, and we're going to see if it'll start and all that kind of stuff. Now, there is no bar oil in it. I've not got to that step yet. But what I did do is I put some oil, like I would do on the Saker, the great Saker mini electric chainsaw. It's just a great tool, that. But on it, you have to manually oil the bar. So that's what I did with this one. I just kind of manually oiled it. And I all of a sudden got thinking that that's not a bad idea too, but I don't have a thought yet as to how to do that. I'd have to have a bulb and a hose and an extra tank, because I ain't going to put oil in that tank there that's in the saw, because that leaks. So that might be something I might try and figure out. Anyway, I'm going to set you up here. I'm going to point you probably back towards the wood stove there, and I'm going to stand beside the Massey Ferguson 14 bulldozer tractor and see if I can pull the thing over and get it to go. So it could end up being a pull-in. You're pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, right? So if so, it may just go back up on the shelf. Oh dear, jumping's me and chainsaws, I'm telling you, just. And here I got an offer from Joseph, a garden tractor boy, has I think he said an MS-250 steel chainsaw. They don't like working on chainsaws either. So he figures that I secretly really like working on chainsaws. I don't. But he seems to think he wants to send me his chainsaw from England for me to have a look at it. Well, Joseph, I guess, yeah, you can do that if you like, and I can just look at it and I can send it back to you. Anyway, on with the show here. Oh, dear me. Okay, we'll try and get you set up here somewhere where you can see, maybe. I would say that would be good enough, I guess. Alright, let's see if it'll go. Like I say, I already purged. The purge bulb was over here, like normal chainsaw, it should be over here. But this is quality built, you know, built in Japan. So yeah, I got fuel in the carburetor. So we're going to pull the choke on. There's the choke, see? That was clicked into the throttle. And that seems to work. Then we have an on-off button. So I guess that's in the on position. And that's it. All right, so we'll see if it'll start. Just like the pool hand. Hurting the knuckles. Yeah, there we go. There you go, I guess it runs. Bogging, of course. Anyway, here we go on another rant on the chainsaws, I guess. So I better stop there and we'll cut her off at that for now. What I hope to do is work on the, later on today, hopefully, put the mowing deck on the MF7. That's my next project. Alright, we'll cut her off at that for now. And I'll go drink my coffee and calm down. So see you later. Alright, we're all calmed down again. Finished our coffee and had some dinner. And I put another log on the fire. And we're going to see if we can get this in underneath the tractor. I'll set you up somewhere, but you won't be able to see me do a whole lot of what I'm going to do underneath there. So I'll show you what I'm going to do, but I won't show you actually doing it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this here front here, that goes in underneath there in that groove there, and it's the same groove over on the other side. And these two here hook onto here and there, and then this hooks into there, and this here one is the same thing on the other side, same as that. And then we have this piece here, and then there's a piece underneath the tractor that hooks into that right there with the pin in it, and that's it. And meanwhile try and get the belt on at the same time. So it's usually not too bad, but it's a little difficult sometimes to get the belt on. Anyway, I'll get you set up here somewhere and you can watch me crawl around on the concrete. Isn't that going to be nice? Yeah. All right. Okay, so I don't know what I'll do with you, so I guess I'll pick you up here with the leaking beepin maybe. I wonder if it's leaking any oil yet. Oh, well, the cat it's not. It's a wonder. There's no oil in it, but it's probably going to leak. There now, try and be calm, let it all calm down. So. Oh dear, our camera holding thing is going bad. I don't know what I'm going to do for a camera holding thing. This is the second one. It's got them, what do you call them? I don't know what they're called, but anyway. Flexible type of leg where there's a ball inside of a socket, and there's quite a few of them on each leg, and eventually they seem to go loose and then the thing won't stand up. So there you are. And I'm not going to put my remote microphone on because it might work and it might not. So if you can't hear me, I guess that's the way it's going to be. Although I pretty well showed you what I was going to do there. So anyhow, we'll get at it here. In this clip, I kind of got a kick at it, but it looked like I was moving around like Tim Conway on the Carol Burnett show. Yeah, that's not good, is it? There. Okay, there we go. All put on. Another one ready to cut grass. Full of gas, full of oil. Everything is serviced. Yes, sir. So now, we still got to get kablooey done. And get the snow blower off of kablooey and get the mowing deck on it and change the oil in the engine and grease a few things. Then the son's Massey Ferguson 16, it needs the deck put on, maybe an oil change, I'm not sure, but it does definitely need a hydrostatic fluid change. So he's got a new filter, and we'll get some oil for that or whatever it takes. That's got to be done. What else we got? Oh, the old green thing. We have our yard works tractor over at my son's place there too. It's a newer type of thing, I guess. Might be in the 90s, I guess. That's new for me. And anyway, that's just a tin tractor. That's just a lawn tractor. It's not a garden tractor by any means. But it works good. It's a great tractor, but it needs to have its deck put on wherever it is. I don't know. I know where the tractor is, but I don't know if the deck is on it or if it's stored away somewhere. So that's another one to do. And then I have a Sears in my little barn here that I wasn't able to get my doors open because of the frost heave. And I see today now I can get one door about half open, so I could, if I had to, I could kind of squeeze into the barn maybe. But still be another week or so before both doors are going to be openable. Anyway, there's a Sears in there that needs to, I don't use it much, but it's a great tractor, that one. Cuts the grass just nice. So it could use an oil change, and the cover needs to come off to clean off the stuff off the cylinder fins, because she was overheating a bit last year. The only once or twice that I used it. And one blade is cutting lower than the other. I don't really get what's up with that. Like it's not that it's, I don't know what it is, but anyway. It's just like this blade over here is cutting level, and then this blade over here is cutting level, but it's down maybe a quarter of an inch or something. So you can see a little step between the two blades. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, let's give a look at that. So that means 1, 2, 3, there's still 4 more to do. Anyway, I'm wore out and tired out and all that, you know all that, so, and all the other things. And so that's going to be good for today. And we'll catch you again. We don't know what we'll be doing tomorrow. And that's just the way it is at old garden tractors and firewood. You just never know what I'm going to be into tomorrow. And tomorrow it's a little bit warmer, but some rain maybe. So anyway, could be like today. They said rain, and it hasn't rained yet. So all right, so that's good. Have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. And we'll be chatting at you soon.